welcome back everybody. This is Kepley. You're tuning in to howtoplaystock.com. Today's video, I just wanted to cover, some of the events that have taken place over the last week and a half. I've been fairly busy doing some other things, so it's I think it's crucial that I get this out because a lot has happened in the last week and a half. We had Donald Trump, who was elected our president. That was last week. Then, for the last 3-4 days afterwards, we've been having riots on the streets from protesters coming out and, just people in general, having a sense of uncertainty. Okay, and this happens every so often. The biggest change that I've seen, though, is that, this wasn't planned. Okay, Donald Trump is not with the establishment, and of course everybody knows that. And because of this, I think a lot of people are really scared. They don't know, he's like a wild card. Nobody really knows what he's gonna do. Okay, and with that in mind, you gotta remember that regardless of what happens, okay. And I hate to say this, because I think Donald Trump could do some good things, okay? But I don't think, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who the president is. It doesn't matter if it's a Republican or a Democrat, okay? And here's why. Central bankers have control over the whole show, all right? The Federal Reserve Bank, that has the main power, okay? So whenever the Federal Reserve does something, or they demand something, the president, whoever it may be, has got to go along with it. All right. The last president that stood up against the establishment or the central bankers was JFK, and look what happened to him. All right. This has got every single president since JFK who's come into office scared to death to do anything that would be good for the country. All right. And this covers history here, going back over 50 years. So what we have right now, as far as Donald Trump being in office, is monumental. All right, it's a movement, but I honestly don't think, and this is just my opinion again, I don't think that he's going to be able to do all the things that he wants to do. And the reason why is central bankers won't let him. Okay, we're talking about very, very, very powerful people that are, pulling the strings. Okay, now, only time will tell if I'm correct on that. And the other thing is, this has a lot to do with the markets. Okay, if you've noticed, and I actually had a couple trades placed in the midst of all this. One of them came out with a win, and I've got a series of videos that I shot on that one. The other one, I lost on. Okay, I pulled out early because I didn't want to stay in the trade. I had lost, I basically hit my stop loss. So I lost a certain amount, and I said, that's it. So I took a minimal loss on it. Not that big a deal, but, you guys, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. Okay, and I've told you in several videos that I'm not perfect, and I don't have, I don't win every trade. So if you ever hear anybody say, I win all the time, or there's, I've got a strategy that is not going to lose at all. If you ever get that, just run the other way, okay? Because it's impossible to time the market to 100%. You just can't do it. So I lost one and I won one. I'm not too upset about that. I'm going to keep on going. But the markets right now, I just think, are very unpredictable. You don't really know what's going to happen. I've been looking at commodities for a while because it seemed like that was pretty much one of the only places to put my money. And I still think that, just based off of fundamentals and, this massive debt bubble that we're in right now, I still think that those are going to go up over time. So I've got a long-term trade that I'm still in on silver. And we'll go ahead and take a look at SLV here a little bit later, and I'll show you just how crazy it is right now. They're suppressing they're suppressing the shit out of gold and silver. Okay, I mean, I'm talking major suppression, and you know, it's just it's almost laughable because I know what they're doing. All right, and I'll go in and I'll show you the charts on SLV so you can just see what I'm talking about here when it comes to suppressing the price of silver. Because guys, I've mentioned this in several other videos, so have other people that are way more intelligent than I am, and they've all said the same thing too. If you know what real money is, it has a store of value. Central bankers don't want you knowing that gold and silver are real money. Alright, and this is part of the little Ponzi scheme that they play by suppressing the prices of the paper asset. Alright? When they do this, it keeps people away from buying silver and gold. And it keeps them in the game. It keeps them in the monetary fiat system that we're in. And that's what they want. So just know, whenever the price of commodities is suppressed majorly, it presents some great buying opportunities. Okay, like I said, I've got a pretty hefty trade going on commodities already, so I didn't buy in on any more at the moment. I've been working on building up my passive income so that I can, when I get out of college here, I'm going to have more money that's going in my pocket from passive income. So that's kind of my goal right now, is to focus on the passive income. I've made some successful trades. I still have one going right now on silver. So right now I'm kind of in a waiting game, and I'm just going to see what happens. Because right now, with everything that's taken place over the last week and a half, we really don't know where the market's going to go. All right, I think we've had kind of a fake rally here with Donald Trump getting in office, and I think that's probably going to change here soon. Because again, if people think we're in the clear just because we got a president in that is going to stand up for us or says he is, if you think we're in the clear, we're not. All right. We are not in the clear. These guys, these central bankers and the establishment are not going to stop. They are going to push even harder now to get their agenda in line and do whatever it is that they're planning on doing, which I would have to say they're focusing on collapsing the economy. All right, and I'm just basing that off of observation from monetary policy with Janet Yellen and the Federal Reserve over the past year and a half or two. So it's no big secret. That's all I have for this video. Stay tuned. We're gonna go in here in a minute, and I'm gonna shoot another video on SLV, and I'll show you the price suppression on this. Okay? Stay tuned, guys. Keep watching. We're back here, and we're looking at the chart for SLV. This is the Silver Trust ETF, and this tracks the price fluctuation on silver, physical silver. As you can see here, as I was talking about with the suppression of the price, I mean, it is just insane what they're doing right now, and it's so obvious what they're doing with suppressing the price of silver. Look, that was on Friday, guys. It went from 1746 down to a low of 1631. That is unheard of when it comes to silver. You know, and just the massive sell-offs. It's just ridiculous. Like I said, it's laughable. It really is. They are suppressing this thing so bad because the central bankers, I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, they're scared to death. They are scared to death of what they've created with the debt bubble that Trump has been talking about. And look, I mean, here we are on Monday, and it's already down to 1579, 1584. Hey guys, I'm telling you, if you have money right now, if you have some free cash that you have laying around, I would highly recommend looking at either physical silver or maybe an ETF like this in commodities that's being suppressed, because what we're experiencing here, guys, is an inverted bubble. Sorry, I can't talk there. everything's inverted. Okay, so your commodities and stuff like that are being suppressed. Everything else is going up. That can't last forever, especially with 0% interest rates. So if you've got some free money, I would highly recommend taking advantage of this, because this is a buying opportunity. Alright? Anyways, I just wanted to show you this. You know, it's historic what's happening right now, and I figured what better way to document it and shoot a video on it and just show you guys what I was talking about. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. You know, I'm constantly making videos and updating stuff, and just kind of giving you a picture of where the markets are right now and what I'm doing. At the current moment, I'm just basically playing a long-term trade on silver. I got rid of a lot of assets in paper assets. I moved most of my money into hard assets, like physical silver, and I'm playing a long-term trade on this, on SLV, and the rest of my money went into a hard asset, through a stock, you know, in real estate, so that I can build up some passive income on that. But other than that, I'm just saving money right now. So, you know, if you're not in the markets, I would, you know, and you don't want to trade or anything like that or invest, I would just recommend saving cash at the moment. Okay, because these markets are they're going to correct, and they're going to come down in value. I can guarantee it, just based off monetary policy and what the Federal Reserve is doing. So hold tight, be patient, and look for some good buying opportunities here in the next, I don't know, 6 months to a year, because I can tell you right now, again, the establishment is going to fight, you know, tooth and nail against Trump, and they will do whatever it takes to get their agenda pushed through in Washington. So it's going to be, we're in for some interesting times here. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you thought this video was beneficial, go ahead and share and like the video. Until next time, guys, remember, income's the outcome. Thank you.